bring this one back.
One man should have all that power.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new Chef's Meal. My name is Casey.
My name is Sean, and we're two chefs talking about our lives, one plate at a time.
We're talking about whatever and ever.
And everything in between.
Ladies and gentlemen, happy 2021. Hopefully your New Year's and everything else 2020 has to offer is right behind your mind. We are now, it's probably past us. But Sean, I have COVID.
We're bringing a little 19 into 21, apparently.
It's official, ladies and gentlemen. I do have coronavirus. It's unfortunate because I was for all intents and purposes, I felt fine. However, the one day, Sean, so here's how it transpired. My wife keeps saying that it's from her because one, she works at a hospital. It might have been literally from like transfer of clothes or something. I mean, I lick her face every like 2 hours or so.
Oh
so
my God.
It's either one or the two, right? And
sure.
That's like the higher probability of me getting it. But I believe it could have also been my fault from the restaurant because I still fist bump everybody else at the restaurant. There's about 8 of us now. We closed the top floor. So Sean, here's how the restaurant now goes. The top floor is closed. Well, technically, you can still go up there to cook because like the main ovens are upstairs. There's nothing downstairs, and like the walk-ins and stuff are upstairs. But we're not going to use the upstairs because they're going to remodel. So they're going to take like the 6 months or the 4 months to kind of get to like March, April to fully revamp upstairs. And then it'll be like soft open. Like it's weird. But anyway, we're going to be downstairs for a while. And they're going to take that time to do that. So there's no upstairs. So now everybody's joined together downstairs. There's 4 of us upstairs and there's 6 of us, 6 of the other employees downstairs. I think one of them had it when I fist bumped. It literally could have been like, maybe they didn't wash their hands or maybe I forgot to fist bump. I might have done this or something. And I did one of those stupid things to my face.
Yeah.
It always happens. Like, and even though we have masks and stuff, like just the little smear of something that goes into any orifice will just, it is whatever it is. New Year's Eve, we worked. My throat felt like hell, Sean. It felt like when you fall asleep with the heater is really high, like you feel really parched and horrible, right?
Sure.
I thought it was that.
Dried out.
Yeah, I thought it was disgusting. I went to work. I was like, why does my throat feel like that? Like the entire day. It's just like gross and disgusting. That's New Year's Eve. Okay. Mm-hmm. New Year's Day, we're closed. So New Year's Day, bro, I was like, what is going on? Like I'm like wheezing cough. Caitlin goes, you sure you're okay? I'm like, I'm fine. It's like a little cough. Like it sounds a little harsh. It was actually. She goes, you have corona? Kind of joking. I was like, I don't think so. Saturday, I was like, you know what? Just in case, let me go to the testing facility. There's one in Newark. So for everybody right now, if you're in New Jersey area and you can't get a rapid test or any kind of test because there's a capacity to it. So CityMD around here by us will only accept like maybe 20 or 30 for the entire day. That's it. They're not going to accept anybody else.
Lines are pretty long.
Bro, it is long.
Facilities around me.
Now, if you go to the St. James Health facility in Newark, it's 191 Newark. 191 Newark Street. I'll have all the information right here. They have a rapid test. It's literally just an old firehouse. So they segmented one section of it just for a rapid fire testing facility. So I went there Saturday morning. Okay, so I had a shift at work at 10. I told them I'm going to be late. I was like, hey, just to be safe, my throat's a little scratchy. I don't want to take any chances. Let me just go to the testing facility real quick. Send me the address. Tell them I'm going there. They filled it out. They pre-filled it out for me. They sent my name over. I went there. I got the test. The dude swabbed my nose like 4 times, homie. It was aggressive. He was like, just open it. I was like,
just get in there. Just make sure there was none.
None left. He was like straight up just going in there, right? He goes, we'll wait about 15 minutes. It takes about 15 minutes. I'll let you know. He comes back out in about 5. He goes, hey, man, we usually wait about 15 minutes, but tell you right now, it's looking like you're positive in 5 minutes.
Wow.
I was like, I was like, should we even wait for it? Like,
light flashing in it.
No, I was the only one in the building at that time. So it wasn't like, I was like, oh shit, now like there's like people on the line. There's nobody. It was just me and the 2 people there. Okay. As soon as he said I might be positive, then the other 2 gloves came on. They already have gloves and stuff, but like now extra precaution because I am positive.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
We waited 15 minutes. We swabbed 2 more times, Sean. He's like, so right now is a rapid test. He's showing positive, but we're going to send these to the lab. These are going to take 3 days, and they're going to fully confirm if you have it or not.
Okay.
You just called me today. I do certainly, in fact, have COVID-19. But I am a lot better. You can tell right now from my voice and my diction, it doesn't sound so bad. But if you spoke to me Sunday or Monday, however, ooh, bro, it felt like every time you coughed, like somebody's kicking you in the chest. It was insane. Every time I sneezed, like I felt like my whole body hurt, but it didn't hurt. It was a weird feeling in between. And then last night I was trying to explain to my wife because I had the fever ache, the fever pangs, but I wasn't aching. Like I was trying to explain to her, like I can feel the fever flu symptoms, but I don't feel tired or feverish, if that makes sense to whatsoever. Like you know what, like that hot feeling if you touch yourself, like there's a residue of hot. That's how I felt the entire day, but it didn't bother me. Like it was just like almost like an after effect. Like I don't know. It was just weird. It was a weird feeling. Like regardless. Today, I'm completely normal. I'm fine. I just have a little congestion left. That's it. So, that is my 2020 into 2021 show. And the messed up part is...
back to work in like a week and a half? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. So, I got tested Saturday. So, that's day 1. They just called me again. They're like, we're going to test you again next Monday. So, I got to go back there Monday. Swab me again. And if that tested okay, then I'll go back again one more time on Thursday to fully confirm because that's 2 weeks. They're like, then you're good to go. However, apparently the Department of Health will be in contact with me to make sure I keep to myself. But Sean, here's the barter, right? Here's my one hooray for the government, at least for my part. Okay. I haven't gotten my unemployment yet, so I'm gonna barter and blackmail myself. And they're gonna be like, "Sir, have you ever been in contact with anybody else?" It was like, I'll be like, "Excuse me, madam, sir, I can only give you that information until you give me my unemployment. How do you feel about this? Is that a good move?" That's a good move, right?
I don't know, man. You gotta find out if they negotiate with terrorists because it sounds like some terrorism that you're about to inflict on the people near you.
I just want my unemployment. I think I can.
Yeah, man.
I even tried to call. Right, there's a special line that you can call if you're unemployed and you got COVID. So I called that line and they still hang up on you, Sean. I don't understand what's going on. So, and I know
I'm
you.
sure. I mean, with all the confirmed cases, you know, especially in this area, I'm sure they're getting inundated with calls.
Now. I understand what you might be thinking. You'd be like, but Case, it's, you know, you can just fill out the stuff online. Bro, I tried to fill it out online. It keeps kicking me back out. It's saying I have a claim open. I do not. So the only other reason I need to do it, or rather for me to get help, is to get somebody on the fucking phone to talk to me.
Right.
But that's not going to happen.
That layer out.
Yeah. So, I'm taking it easy. We haven't been out. The only other person I've been in contact with is my wife. That is it. We got delivery with the groceries the other day, which is an interesting feeling.
Who'd you go through?
That was ShopRite, which is pretty awesome.
Okay. Yeah, we do Target from time to time.
They just like delivered it to the front door. They dropped it off. They called us. We're like, oh my God, thank you. And they're like, you can pick up the stuff. We picked up the stuff and off they went. It was like 5-hour delivery. It was great.
Yeah.
So we got all the stuff.
Generally had a good time with Target and Shipped as far as that's concerned. It's pretty cool. Like, while they're shopping, they're sending you text messages for, products that are out of stock or, things they need to substitute or maybe, you forgot something. And for the most part, it's worked out. I mean, generally,
that's good.
I feel like in a given order, I can probably get somewhere between 80 and 90% of the stuff that I need.
Oh, that's
and
not
then
bad.
I'll supplement that with, some smaller additional shopping. So I can just hit one of the local markets, get in, get out, get back, and
And happy days.
stay as safe as, and isolated as possible.
Yeah. Bro, all I got to say is it's a good thing that these are the symptoms that I've gotten. It's not like anything as infectious as everybody else is, in the hospital. I was for like a good split second Sunday night because at one point I was waking up to my cough, which is it's a little serious, but I managed to kind of just sleep it off. So that was my one worry is like, oh shit, it's it's happening. But I'm glad that it didn't. So I'm fine. But just like if you were to get a flu, you would feel better before it gets worse. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. You got
This
some
is technically
well wishes
day 5 for me.
from the chat.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But definitely keep in quarantine. You'll never know where you will get it. Now, like I said, my wife works at a hospital. I violate her face in a loving way every day. So that's like a good 95% of how I got it. But it could be as easily as like a snot stain that you forgot to wash your hands and you gave somebody a bump or a high five or some stupid like that, and you happen to brush it to your stupid face. You would get it. So like I said, wash your hands. Don't be dumb. Now my wife did get the vaccine, so she has a less chance to get it again. But still, we're keeping separated. But anyway, Sean, that was my 2019, 2020. That's how I started my year. How did you start your year? How are you? How was your break? Haven't spoken to you like 3 weeks.
My break was pretty good. Spent Christmas Eve with my family, my mother-in-law. Had a nice dinner. Took some time and went to visit my folks twice in the last couple of weeks, so that was good. New Year's Eve also pretty chill. Had a little dinner with my mother-in-law, and she like really threw down, made like this like dope pastrami and some steak and mashed potatoes and gravies. Like it was really, really good. And then made our way back home to kind of see the ball drop on TV, and kind of.
Did they have a ball drop on TV?
They did. Like actually.
Was it like a rerun of the ball drop though? Because there's
no, it was new. Like they did all the pomp and circumstance, but what they did is they opened up Times Square to like support staff, and I feel like less than 50 like first responder families, and then they had them like kind of sectioned off in like I want to say like 6 feet pens, with advertising from Planet Fitness. Like that stuck out in my head. Like,
okay, got it.
The Planet Fitness, New Year's Eve ball drop. But yeah, the ball dropped and J-Lo sang and Ryan Seacrest did his Ryan Seacrest thing. And
of course,
it was, we were bringing in the new year like, we normally would, man. It's so far, I'll say it's been, I know we're only 5 days in, but it's been a good New Year's thus far, and trying to, maintain that energy and keep it going forward. And obviously 2020 was really, really tough for a lot of people. Forced people into all sorts of circumstances they could not have foreseen ahead of time. Obviously we lost like a lot of people along the
A lot.
way. But for everyone who's, here and still rocking and, rocking with us and listening to us, man, let's hope and work for better.
Yep.
Let's continue to stay safe and take precautions. And, if you're taking vaccines, wait in line to get yours
Yep.
and, be ready for the bounce back.
Hopefully, that's the good. It's that good word that everybody should stick for as the hope. Hopefully.
Yeah, man, it's not gonna be easy. Like I said, a lot of folks are in still tough and compromised positions, and dealing with all sorts of new realities.
Mm,
Yeah, man, like
yeah.
2020, I had a job. 2021, I do not. So everyone is dealing, and making sacrifices, and hopefully trying to better themselves if they can. But that's what that's all you can kind of do. I mean,
Yep.
I guess, since we talking New Year's, like, do you want to talk resolutions? Like, what do you
Oh yeah.
looking to
Let's do the
do?
resolutions. I'm looking to get my unemployment. That's the one thing. Like, I know it's insane, Sean. Real
Sure.
talk. Okay, real
Yeah.
talk. If I were to show you my bank account, okay, I keep 2 credit cards and one other form of credit payment in my name. Okay, both of them are over 4,000. So I have 8,000 in total debt right now. I've never
Right.
had over 8. Now this is my circumstance. Don't judge
Sure,
me.
sure.
A lot of people
No,
have
that's
over
not.
that.
It's not. Look, man. I'm not
But
judging you.
no,
You got to do
I'm
what you got to
saying
do to get through.
I've never had anything over $600 of debt to my name. I've always kept that super low. I always paid it on time. This is the first time I'm like wallowing in this amount of debt because one, like I said, I didn't get that employment check since March of last year when the whole started. So I'm missing like a good almost 3 months of payment
Sure.
to keep afloat, right? So those all went to credit cards. Like literally, that's just all credit cards. And then luckily, I found the country club job, paid off almost a good chunk of it now. But then COVID literally hit me, so now I'm gonna be down 2 weeks again. So it just feels like it just keeps on coming at me. But we're gonna persevere. And it's gonna be it won't be too bad of it. I'm gonna be even more minute to my spending, and I'm actually going to be selling quite a bit of my stuff at my studio because one, as much as I want to keep the music stuff there, some of it can go, and any of those funds will definitely help me to keep myself afloat. As horrible as that sounds, because I've been with these equipment for a good decades now. They're almost
Sure.
like a part of me, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Is what it is. So that's my one major New Year's resolution. But 2, to be better at speaking, and 3,
Okay.
to actually speaking meaning conversing and communicating a lot better, and 3, to actually be better at my other languages that I started to learn per se. Like I want to be stupid fluid in Spanish by end of this year. Like stupid fluid.
Okay.
Like I want to be just straight up speaking in Spanish, just boom. And then after that, it'll be Japanese, and then I'll learn some more languages on the way. Just the major ones, that maybe like Italian or German or maybe French. Oh, French would be pretty cool too to learn. Be like bougie and shit, and just order something in French.
That's cool,
just-
man. You can demand your unemployment
Yeah.
check in Francais.
Excuse me. It's like, yeah, bro. I'm talking bad about you in French. But yeah, those are mine. How about you, Sean? What are some of your New Year resolutions this year, if you have
Yeah,
any?
so
Or are you still
I got a
working on it?
few.
Okay.
I always joke about being washed, but yeah, man, I'm trying to kind of cut that talk out of my
Got it.
repertoire. It's a crutch. Like, obviously, this last year has show me that, like, look, there's a lot that you can do if you're afforded the time, and you really got to maximize it. So I'm gonna be 40 soon, not not this year, but it's
Yeah,
coming.
got a couple years.
Like I'm looking at the end of my 30s. So, man, looking to change my diet.
Okay.
Get back in shape. Not that I'm out of shape, but get back in shape, and definitely spend more quality time with my family. And part of that was, kind of deciding to really, really make a career change, like at this point in time, because obviously, given what we do, to be good, or to be great at it, like you have to dedicate a lot of time, and unfortunately the time that you're going to dedicate to it is the time that you probably would be spending with other people who do not operate on the same time schedule.
Correct.
My wife, my family, they live 9 to 5 adjacent worlds, and obviously that's what I'm trying to do,
Yeah.
because you got to maximize that quality time. So that's part of New Year's resolution, is kind of stepping into the new career path to kind of set things up for that. Want to buy a home.
Oh,
So
that's a big one.
That's
That's a big one.
That's a big
Yeah.
one. And also, like, I've been kind of framing out what my next side hustle will be, and then like long-term business plans beyond that. But top of the list is potty training that kid. That is, dude.
Hey,
Like,
you don't
I
gotta tell
love her,
me.
but hey, I feel like I've changed my share of diapers,
Got it.
and we just got to move on to the next. So
Is
that
she
is top of the list.
trained on the pull-ups yet? Let's go there.
No, I mean,
Not
she's
yet.
still doing the diapers, and now we're to the point where, like, she can, like, talk, and you can have baby level conversations. So I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, did you poop? And she's like, yes. So okay, so now we're there,
Got
right?
it.
Like you
Got it.
you know what you did. Everyone poops. You know that I can help you. So now we just need to make that a thing, more automated process. So
Got it.
we get you on the potty, and then get you on the big boy toilet, and go from there. And that's gonna change a lot.
It's cool because I know we talk about your kid all the time because you're the one that has a kid at the moment. But like, it'd be really cool though, kid you not, when Brooke finally starts listening to our podcast from like inception, and she's like, "Dad has been talking shit about me for like
Oh
for
yeah,
like
man!
15
Again,
years."
look, I hope
I can't wait.
that,
It's gonna be great.
One day she finds her way back to this particular podcast and understands that I love her so much, and she's changed my life in a billion different ways. But if I could change her life in one way, it would be to get her to
Potty
sit on a
train.
potty.
Hey, look, listen, we've all been there.
That's it. I feel like it starts
I'm
from
with
there.
you. I'm with you. I'm all there for embarrassing your kids. Hey, I'm all there with you. I can't
yeah,
wait to
man.
have my own kids and be like, hey, listen, I mean, I got you in the pod, so I don't.
I got a
whole world
stand-up
kinda
set full
knows.
of dad jokes ready. Like she's gonna be embarrassed. It's fine.
Okay, there you go. That's all that's needed. That is all that's needed. All right, Sean, let's hit you. Can we do we have some Tech Tuesday today?
Yeah, we got a little Tech Tuesday.
Yeah. All right, let's hit you with the I keep forgetting to literally change this to the faster one. But you know what? It's okay. Oh my God, it's doing the thing. 1 second, y'all. So anyway, like I was saying, Tech Tuesday won't be what's that word I'm looking for, Sean? Won't be the same if it didn't bug out at least one time, right?
Hey, it's 2021, same as 2020 and 2019.
Oh my goodness. So Tech Tuesday, Sean, if you don't mind, just take it away. Tech Tuesday, on actual Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey, let's
this
keep
is
that energy going.
let's keep that energy going.
So,
Sean, go on ahead.
There's a lot of things we could talk about.
Yeah.
But
What we got?
I think if we had to nail it down to one Tech Tuesday that would be perfect for this podcast, it would be that KFC has introduced a game console with a compartment that keeps chicken warm. Have you seen this?
Wait. Hold on. Are you? Tell me you're serious right now.
I am dead serious.
Hold on. Can we just
KFC, that KFC. Yes.
Cooler Master is it called?
No,
KF
not
console?
Cooler Master.
Wait. Hold
The
on. Can we
KFC
just-
console.
It's called KFC console. This one.
Yeah.
KF console.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, should we just do console like this?
KFC
Well, let's do
console.
Let's do images. Is this it right here?
This is it.
What? Okay, hold on. Why? Okay, if it's just to keep your food warm, why does it have FPS on it, Sean? Can you just tell
Because
me?
it's also a gaming PC. It's VR ready. It supports ray tracing. Dude, this is a gaming machine. I mean, the processor's kind of weak. It has an Intel Nuke 9.
Wow, are we actually gonna watch this?
Actually, it's a Core i9 9900, so it's not that bad. But dude, it's got a SSD.
It's my computer, is what you're saying.
It's
That's
your
what it is.
computer. It's your computer.
Wow. This is for real. This is
real life. Like,
wait, okay, so let's just say you want to heat up your chicken. Is that the whole thing why they made this? Be like, here, heat up your chicken while you're gaming.
if you want to heat up your chicken, it's when you want to heat up your chicken, Casey. You need this in your life.
Power your hunger. Excuse
Power your
me.
hunger.
Okay, you know what, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
That is that's in fact one of the weirdest things I've seen.
The weirdest.
I mean,
Weirdest thing, and I am surprised
not too
that
bad.
like you didn't come across it in your in your travels, like real life.
All my real life travels.
So,
I'm
yeah,
just gonna
so
find a
it's
freaking
like-
console.
You know, it's a PC, but like its cooling system redistributes the heat into the warming chamber where you can keep your chicken warm.
Okay,
I mean, it's
hey,
weird,
I'm with
but
it.
I'm also thinking like, dude, I don't know if I would put like KFC chicken in there, but if I could like
Like
keep
regular chicken though. Like imagine
like
you
a
could cook like
Popeye's
an
chicken
actual
sandwich,
yeah,
like
yeah.
warm
Oh,
and ready
okay.
to go.
All right, so now we're talking about right. If we do have
Yeah.
Popeye's chicken or like a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Chick-fil-A,
Just
whatever
warm.
chicken you want to throw in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Look, you want to go to McDonald's and get some nuggets. You want to hit up Wendy's and get some spicy nugs, whatever. You want to keep it real greasy and get some Tyson's
Okay.
any type of
know what?
wings.
I'm actually with you
Throw 'em
now.
in there.
I'm down for it. If it'll do all the gaming plus keeping the food hot within your reach to eat some nugs while you're on the go, I mean that's a win-win. I think.
Again,
I'm
it's a
down with
better
it.
PC than I got. And my PC's not that bad. Like all
down.
jokes aside, if
I'd
this
be
was
down
something
for it.
like it doesn't seem like a production thing. Like I think they might
I don't
have made
think so,
like
too.
one or two. But
I want to see it though. Look at this guy. He's all happy and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
How
just,
could you not be happy?
I mean, look at it. It even has a little thing on it. It's like an air fryer. That's what I was trying to say, Sean.
I mean, it's got some
like half
red
air
LEDs. Like, dude, that is a sick machine, and your computer space is gonna smell like hot
Chicken.
chicken grease.
I'm down. I know my
Like, I
wife would
felt
be
like
excited.
there's other stuff to talk about. I guess if we're gonna talk PC stuff, there is a tariff that
Ooh.
is normally placed on PC goods
Mm-hmm.
coming from Southeast Asia, like video cards and motherboards,
Mm-hmm.
and that elapsed the other day. So the pricing on video cards and motherboards is going to go up significantly in the coming weeks.
Yeah.
It
Why
doesn't
so?
look like, at least in the United States, like the Biden administration is really going to do anything about that. So, on top of PC parts being really hard to come by right now, you can expect the pricing on video cards and motherboards, depending on the specifications, to jump up anywhere between $100 and $260 American right now.
What?
So,
I wish I could
hey
see
man,
the
if you
graph
happen
right
to
now.
have one of those KFC PCs, man, consider yourself lucky, because it would certainly cost you a grip more.
That's
In
true.
the coming weeks.
I mean, all of the GPU parts right now are insane. So just a quick tangent for everybody that's kind of nerdy like Sean and I. All the little video cards that you can currently buy, like the 3090s and stuff, are all price hiked to like no end of third party, or not third party. Was that eBay sellers? Is that what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like scalpers.
Yeah, scalpers are killing
Don't
them.
do that. Yeah, don't do that. Don't buy stuff just because it's out of stock for now. Just be patient and wait. Just like what we said about the PlayStations. And if you happen to buy a PlayStation with the insane amount of money that you shell out, hey, no judgment to you. All the power to you. Hopefully you're enjoying it. But just know you could have paid a lot less if you just waited like in 3 months, 4 months, maybe.
Sure,
I mean, even if you
sure.
wait like another month, it'll literally be all back in stock. But hey,
I mean, it seems
That's
as if
not our life.
most of the manufacturers are saying that like their supply constraint issues are going to start to relieve themselves as soon as February.
okay, there you go.
So parts will be a little bit easier to come by, but yeah, man, the price premium just at MSRP is it'd be something you're gonna feel in the pocket. So
Yeah.
to those who are out there, looking to build a PC, I mean, obviously keep that in mind. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
If you're sitting on any surplus parts, I mean, now might be the time to put them on eBay, because
And
people
get
are
you
going to
some.
be looking for, some parts to build machines that literally cost an arm and a leg.
I mean, I guess if you're in a boat, be like, if I was really hefty in cash, like I'd sell my stuff on my PC because I have a laptop technically, right?
Sure.
I can run the same things on my laptop, but it's not as efficient as my PC. If I really wanted to, I can spring this for parts and get like a few grand just from parts alone. I'd make like almost like 200% profit of what I built.
Probably right now, yeah.
For, yeah. I won't though. I'm just telling you right now. I'm proud of this little baby. But is that our Tech Tuesday, Sean?
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
the other last story I had was Massachusetts, plans to ban the sale of gas-powered vehicles as soon as 2035,
Why is
which
that?
is really, really, really interesting.
Wait, what kind of cars? Electric cars?
No, gas-powered cars.
Oh,
They're gonna
gas-powered
ban the
cars.
sale of brand new ones.
Huh. That's interesting. You think, okay,
Yeah.
do you think that they will shift? We will eventually shift. Not they, we as a human population. You think we will be seeing, because like when I say we, I think it's more like in 20 years though, like when we're
I
both
mean, that's
like 50, well, pretty much, yeah, we're both like 50-ish. It will be just literally electric cars.
I mean, I think there's still going to be obviously a legacy of gas-powered vehicles that are still going to be around. People are going to collect them and want to keep them. There will probably, I would say, be some performance benefits maybe to having some gas-powered cars, but it's interesting to see that Massachusetts is looking to 15 years in the future to kind of think that they'll have an infrastructure that could support
All of this.
all these new cars being out there that won't be powered by, at least at what we expect as right now to be traditional means.
Well, if
I
you
mean-
like, let's break it down. Like, okay, remember how I forget exactly. I read this in a history book. I forget how long it took them to put like actual pipelines in the U.S. so we can dispense gas. I think
Sure.
by doing the same kind of thinking, right? We eliminate all the gas nozzles. We would go through another boom of people retraining people to put electric lines. I'm assuming now would be right. To be a different set of skill to like pretty much everywhere that you have a gas station, it'd be just replaced as a electric charging station. I think I'd be
Sure.
okay
I
with
mean,
that.
it'd be really interesting to see like what kind of infrastructure rollout happens, right? Like, are we going to start to see more hydroelectric plants, or different
I
places going
got
to
you.
just move to solar with big battery banks? Are we going to see like windmills popping up? I mean, here in Brooklyn, to get really, really local, I know that they were signing some legislation to kind of build factories that are going to build windmills. So,
Okay. In the city.
right. I mean, these aren't necessarily going to be windmills that are going to be in the city, but they're going to
Oh, I
build them
got
here
you.
to be,
I
to
got
be
you.
moved around to wherever,
Got it.
it's
Got
going
it.
to be best served. Because obviously, for wind, you need to have places that are windy, that are going to, be able to support these giant windmills that are
Yeah.
not going to interfere with other, natural things like the migration of birds and it's like
Cares about
it's gonna
birds.
be
It's fine.
sure. It's in the same way you wouldn't want to like have a bank of solar cells in places that don't get the maximum
Correct.
amount of sunlight in a day. Like you wouldn't want to
Correct.
put windmills on the wrong side of a mountain range. So but
Got
it's
it. Got it.
cool
Got it.
again to see that like people are thinking out that far, and at least as far as Massachusetts is concerned right now, they believe that 15 years from now or 14 years from now at this point, we could be in a place where that could be a reality.
Yeah. No, I'm
I mean,
definitely down
I
for
don't
it.
think that gas stations are going to just disappear in 2036 because
They
again,
still, yeah, they still need to have diesel. Diesel's like a must for
and
gas
even
emitted.
that, I mean,
Like
you're
that's
gonna there's
mandatory for
stories
big trucks.
every day about large companies trying to move their trucks over to hydrogen fuel cells and all their alternative forms of energy that are going to be more fuel efficient and better for the environment, and spark all sorts of different industry change. So it'd be interesting to see what happens, but shout out to Massachusetts for being on the forefront of this
Hey,
policy, and and seeing what that means for the rest of the United States, kind of following their lead.
word. I'm down for it. Sean, are we ready for the first official meme review of 2021? Sean, are you ready for this?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's get on, people. This is official meme review. If you haven't already, Sean and I are from the kitchen. These are literal memes from like actual cooks, from like their breaks, because we're twisted. Okay. So this is a picture of Undertaker, and I don't know who this guy is. I'm not young enough, or I stopped watching WWE. It's been like mid 2000, so I haven't fully. But anyway, I know this guy. That's the other guy. So me rushing, trying to get into the walk-in, and servers moving slow and taking their time. This is us trying to rush back and forth into the kitchen because we got to get stuff
That
to
is
cook.
the truth.
While the servers is kind of, oh my god, like, have you heard like table 2? Yo, their drinks. Yo, just can you guys stop? Like, there's the dry storage for you guys to go in and chat. Don't do it in the walk-in. The walk-in's for crying and for ingredients. Those are the only two things we keep in the walk-in. Okay, moving on. If you ever picked up one of these with your bare hands, you don't need to worry about what's in the vaccine. Sean, true or false?
Oh my goodness, yes. Like feel, I have probably been vaccinated a million times just touching
yeah.
one of those
Hey,
disgusting rubber bats.
this is such a kitchen
They save
thing.
lives, but probably
do.
have taken a few as well.
They do. For people that do not know what these are, for people who are watching kind of live with us, we put these big 4x8 rubber mats into our stations. When I say stations, like your little walkway in your little space that you're prepping. So one, we don't really slip. Two, any food particles will go into the holes and don't cause you to slip when you step on them. And at the end of the night,
Right.
we pick them up, or not the end of the night, like before end of the night. That's not really accurate. We pick them up and then we sweep all the stuff that was picked up in it, and then we wash them at the same time. Usually you'd want gloves because these things have been on it for like the entire day. But as you know, I mean, I'm not judging, but I've always picked these up with no gloves on, like daily, and like still have a snack with my same hand that I haven't washed. So I'm just saying, I don't need no vaccine. Maybe that's why Corona's just like, bouncing off me ever so slightly. I don't know. What do you think, Sean?
Oh man, I am not gonna miss those. One other benefit of those mats is that generally, like in restaurants, so you're gonna have like a tiled floor because they're easy to clean, but they're also kind of hard on your. They don't give. They're like hard on your legs. So these rubber pads will kind of relieve some of the pressure on your legs and your knees from standing up all the time. So, shout out to those. But yeah, they
Shout
can
out to
get
the
really
mats.
grimy and you need to clean them frequently and, pay for an adequate service to replace replace them and give you fresh, clean ones as well.
We clean these every day, by the way. Another one, how cooks feel watching the parking lot fill up. This is more like because Sean and I were worked in a big mall, when you literally see the parking lot, we're like, 6:30. It's like packed all the way to the back. We're like, it's gonna hurt today. This is how we literally would feel like, because as soon as those tickets go in, there's there's no stopping it, right? One of my favorite ones. I wish I posted something like this because I have a pan like this. This pan has seen some shit.
That is the truth. Like I feel like we definitely had a pan, just like that.
We
was
had
pretty
3 of
much
these.
Exclusively used to make like lemon butter.
Yep.
Literally
Literally
again,
just
like
lemon butter.
was one of the staple condiments on our menu. So you're making it fresh every day, and yeah, that pan has seen some stuff.
Yeah, it's been there since like day one, bro. That's if pans could talk, let's just say that.
Yeah, that pan is and that pan probably was like used to fish stuff out of the fryer. Like it's warped for heat and time and yeah.
Yeah, it's done its time. Let's just say that. This is the veteran of the club. Okay.
For real, that pan has an AARP card.
When you leave things for tomorrow and tomorrow arrives, Sean.
That is facts. That is life.
This is how I feel every time it's Mother's Day or leading up to Mother's Day. You're like, oh man, I'll do it tomorrow, and then you're like, you wake up from your nap, and you're like, it's 11 a.m. on Mother's Day, and you're like, oh fuck, still didn't do it. Now it's the busiest day of the year, and yeah, it's going to hurt. Let's just say that, all right? Nothing too crazy. That is the official meme review, Sean.
Hey, shout out
to everybody else. Everybody else, though, like if you have any kitchen memes or anything that's funny relating to cooking related, who does this, Sean?
New Year's resolution.
Just send it to us. Send it to us. We would love to have it be featured into our show. However, Sean, right into some Monchichi news, the best news in food cuisine, presented by Sean and myself. Just to let you, I keep forgetting again. Like we are live every time we do this. Like you guys should tune in to our live show. Either hit us up on a chat, or you can literally find this show that you're listening to on YouTube at Ask Chef Salty Pork Podcast. But anyway, Hidden Valley Ranch is making a vegan ranch that is both dairy and nut free. Sean, why? Let's just go there. Why? The whole reason why you like ranch so much is because of the buttermilk, the dairy that's in it. Why? Let's just put it out there. Why, Sean? Give me a couple stabs.
Because we're gonna need something to power the vehicles of 2035.
I swear to God, if I see soy nuts in here, I will be disappointed. Nut free, gluten free. Okay, I will find out the stuff for this, Sean. And if I see soy nuts, we're gonna throw some hands. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Chocolate hazelnut Oreos are finally being spotted on shelves. I think these were like the elusive ones because it's literally Nutella. It's Nutella Oreos. It's like a
That's pretty
like a
dope.
Swish thing.
I have not seen those near me.
I've seen this one time, a long time ago, at my shop right over there, while we were just kind of perusing. But then again, we don't eat like too many sweets.
Yeah,
so.
my market is pretty basic for Oreo. We got like the regular Oreos and the golden ones.
I mean, hey, if you spotted a Nutella Oreo, yes or no?
If I spotted like a small pack, maybe.
Okay. You know what? I'm with you.
Because to commit to, like, I don't buy Oreos, so to commit to that big bag would be a waste.
You know, I think the last time I bought a full bag of Oreo was 10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, I haven't bought one since I was like a camp counselor.
Maybe. I did open a bag of Oreos at work, though. I made cheesecake, like Oreo cheesecake.
Okay.
So I guess technically I did, but not to consume at the house. Le Creuset is ringing in 2021 with a discount on a ton of its iron cast cookware. I've mentioned this before. I own a couple of these myself.
Black Friday.
These are so good. Please, if you want a cookware that will last you forever, and I mean forever, as long as you take care of it, obviously. Spend the extra dough. I think like the cheapest one you can get, this is a 4-quart one. This is what I have. This is $150. But I've had it for like 10 years. And it's still just as good as it was. I've had it on day one. And then I purchased a second one, a blue 8-quart one, so a little fatter and thicker like that. I use for breads and for anything stewed items. And I've had that for a couple years. Amazing. They're just amazing cookwares. I condone it. They have all the hype that they should. But man, Sean, do you own a Dutch oven or like even
I do
one of these
not
brands?
own a Dutch oven at all. So I've been looking at these Le Creuset and thinking like, in better times, definitely.
I'm telling you right now, when I get my unemployment, I'm gonna send you one. Tell you right now, straight up.
Oh, hey
I'm
man,
writing it
pay
off
your
right
bills.
now. Like straight, I'm getting you one because I think you really should have it. They are so good. And here we go again. This is the version that I have, the 5-quart version. Amazing. They have a wider brim one for like turkeys and chickens if you want to roast it. But I suggest getting the 8-quart one, the tall pudgy one, I call it, because it's like the all-purpose one. So if you want to fry things, you want to bake things to it, it's a little better. Because like, the shallow one is better for like smaller stews and things. But if you want to have something a little more all-purpose, the 8 to 10-quart one is what you want to go for. Moving on, new cheddar and sour cream goldfish. Reinvent your favorite chip flavor. Goldfish is still kicking. I think I've had a goldfish when I was in college. I never really was a fan of this snack. Were you one, Sean? Have you?
I was more of a Cheez-It type of dude.
But like even Cheez-Its though, like could you like Cheez-Its, like you'd straight up just like eat Cheez-Its?
Yeah, but I feel like again it's like it was never a thing in which like I went to the store. I was like, I am committing to a whole box of Cheez-Its. But if a Cheez-It is around and it's fresh, I'm with it. Like, look, if you're on like a short flight and they're coming down the aisle with some Cheez-Its and a sip of soda because God forbid you get a whole can of soda on a plane.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get them Cheez-Its. And same for the goldfish. You know?
I was a wheat thin guy. I love wheat thins.
Oh, dude, yeah,
They
I
were
was
just
definitely.
so
I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
I prefer that over almost anything. Couple more, Sean. Starbucks Valentine's Day line is in stores and includes color changing. Now, I say this not really in jest. I know it's still January, but in our realm, nothing happens in January, ladies and gentlemen, except for Martin Luther King's Day. That's about it.
Yeah.
But in a big event in a restaurant, it's Valentine's Day. So that's like the one thing we got to focus on right now.
January is the preseason for Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
Like
we're
it's like
ready.
you bounce back from all the hard work you did in leading up to Christmas and into New Year's. New Year's usually have like some really good to decent sales. January you're looking over your budgets and planning for the next year.
Correct.
And things really start going for Valentine's Day. Maybe if you had a lot of staff, in normal times, if you had like a lot of staff over the holidays, you probably start trimming that back a little bit because it's not going to be so busy. But, you really build in on your core competencies so that you really, really kill it for Valentine's Day because, that's one of those holidays where like you really make you really have the opportunity to impress upon people for the remainder of the year. Generally it's going to be, couples. And hey, man, if you make a bad impression for someone on Valentine's Day, man, they're not coming back. So you really want to knock it out the park and, go from there.
So we focus on sales, how we did the year prior, and we budget literally all on January. Even though it is slow in a restaurant, it gives people like Sean and myself to kind of reflect and actually see how much we did and try to program another form of attack to capitalize on sales, specifically on the slower month before Valentine's Day. So maybe we'll do a little more. It's like, hey, maybe let's do it this week, like a little amuse-bouche of some shit to get people ready for Valentine's Day. Maybe an ad that can be thrown in the paper or a couple of things on social media. Be like, hey, some new things we're working on, blah, blah. Some maybe people dress all in red or so. I don't know. Whatever it is that suits your fancy.
Yeah,
just to
whatever
increase the
promotion you're going
sales.
to do to get the eyes on what you're trying to sell. But yeah, the Valentine's Day is a very, very, very big day in the restaurant industry.
Only 2 left, Sean. Pickle flavored Doritos are available. I don't know why you would want pickle flavored. I dig pickles, but like as a chip though. Tangy pickle. How do you feel about it, Sean?
I mean, I like pickles and I like Doritos, but I've never thought to pair the two, and I don't know. Like I just think you're going to compromise on one of the 2 flavors, and I'd probably like to keep them separate.
I got you. Okay. And then last but not least, Sean, Klondike has a new coffee donut inspired ice cream bar for dessert with a Busio. Okay, you know how that whole meme, like I'd kill you for a Klondike bar, like straight up. Like I love Klondike bars. I really do. I'm allergic to chocolate, but if that shit's in front of me, I will eat it. Like straight up, I would so demolish it. It's so good. But how do you feel about it? It's coffee donut inspired.
Hey,
are you a coffee ice cream guy?
I don't think I've ever had a Klondike bar.
Seriously?
Like seriously, I was really just thinking about it. I was like, what, is it like minty? Like what makes a Klondike bar stand out under normal circumstances?
I mean, it's just like their claim to fame is like it's a vanilla ice cream that's in a square, like almost like a 4x4 with a ganache on top. And it's just kind of frozen. That's it. That's really it.
Oh, okay.
But it's like delicious.
A little coffee action could change it up a bit.
But
I've never had one.
Donut coffee, Sean. It's important. Donut coffee. You're like, but yeah, that is it. Again, thank you for all the support to all our listeners. We've actually increased quite a bit. Can I pull this up, Sean? While you, so check this out. So I was going through our stuff, right? So we distribute through Anchor. Shout out to Anchor.
Big shout out to Anchor.
When we started this whole podcast, you and I, We were doing this in the comfort of our little dry storage room in our restaurant, right?
Yeah, man,
We
it
were
was good
cover-
times.
It was good times. Now we were covering mostly a lot more specific in the restaurant. I don't mind doing that back. However, I think we've progressed to how we usually talk to begin with by ourselves, and I really dig that. And these are the amount of plays we've accrued so far.
Hey, that's
So,
what's up. Yeah,
For us,
Hey,
that's a big shout out.
I'm with it.
Yeah. To just so give analytics, we have over 11,000 plays, or could be downloads too. We don't know exactly how much of that. We have 29 cents in our wallet, Sean. That's how much we made.
We're balling.
And we average, at least for this month, around 19. Last month was the highest, about 35. So for everybody else, hey, amazing. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate it. But how do you feel about that, Sean? Like, that's like the big 360 to what we were doing in a little closet, pretty much.
Yeah, man. We've considerably upped our production. I come from humble beginnings, and it's been 3 years almost, two and a half years at this point. It'll be really interesting to see where we are in 2.5 years. I could definitely say I would not want to do this with anyone else. So I hope that we can continue to be doing this for some time to come. And I really appreciate anyone who is dedicating any point of their time to listen to us talk about whatever. I can say it's not always great, but it's always us. And hopefully you'll continue to enjoy what we do, because we just try to get better. Exactly. Casey's trying to get his unemployment check and learn 15 languages. I'm trying to teach my daughter how to poop in the toilet.
Poop in the toilet. I get it.
Hopefully 2 years from now, I'm not still trying to do the same thing.
Oh, it's okay, Sean. We're going to do this
so we're old. Because she will be doing the podcast with you.
We're going to do this so we die, pretty much. We're just going to be really two old fucks.
That's it, man.
That are just really salty and just mad at everything. Mm-hmm. Just look, okay, you know how, common like rhetoric to all old people, they're just all salty and old, pretty much.
They're crotchety. They've seen it. And they don't want to see any more.
We're going to talk about that one president that's kind of orange and weird, and then how coronavirus struck us. There was like a whole thing. It'll be like a new something in like another 30 years. It's just so interesting, because it'll be a time capsule. That's how I view this as,
When you bring that up, it's really interesting, because, I think of my grandparents, and they would have been children of the Great Depression.
See, there you go. They have something that went in.
I can see now how being alive then really, really impacted how they thought about everything else. Mm-hmm. And it'll be interesting to see what this last year has done to our collective judgment and consciousness and outlook on things. Like I've been, in the house with the wife and kid and spending more time with them now than I ever thought that I would, contiguously. Mm-hmm. And that has already changed. How I thought about the way I want to live the rest of my life. We go out, we wear, just as people, like now it's like you go out, you wear your mask, you are more conscious about your health and how that affects other people. And I wonder how people are going to take that same understanding forward. Are we going to be the generation that just always stays in our masks? Maybe. Or are we going to be the generation that is always not worried but aware of the pitfalls of the next pandemic? Are we going to have a generation of risk takers because they're just like, why I never want to go back to that? We'll see. Yeah. But we'll see. We're here now, and we're here now, so that means we're fortunate to kind of figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Sean, one last thing, if you don't mind. Let's just give them one word a day, but it has to be a cooking term, Sean. It dawns on me that we really need to give people more tips and tricks on how to fucking cook. We're two chefs for the crying out loud. Give them one thing in our field that they can apply in our daily lives. Can be anything. Just one thing. I know this is hard. And I'll go next week. I'll tell you what mine is.
Okay. Wow, you got me on the spot. One thing.
If you want, we can switch. I'll tell you mine right now.
No. Give me a sec.
Okay.
I really want to like nail this. I'm trying to think of like what I did. Okay, perfect. Well, it's not necessarily a term, but it is something that every cook on any level should really take
into practice. And it's just that your knife cuts really do matter. Like, there is going to be something to be said of the consistency of your food if you are breaking things down to the right size. And I'm going to throw my wife under the bus. I love her. But sometimes when I watch her cook, like, you know, she'll rough chop stuff. And when she makes the food, it tastes great. But if you're going to take your cooking to the next level, like breaking things down into the right sizes is going to make things like cook more consistency. It's going to give the elements the opportunity to break down in the right ways, you know? I mean, even something as like dicing an onion as opposed to just hacking at it and throwing it in a pot, it's going to make your food taste significantly differently because like the cellular walls of the onion are going to break down and release the oils in the right way.
Gotcha.
Again, I know it's not like necessarily like a term because you kind of put me on the spot, but it's fine. In subsequent weeks, I'll be ready for you. But yeah, that is something that I can tell you for sure. Like if you want to take your cooking to the next level, like reading your recipes if you're working from recipes or you know, or cooking things in the right proportion is going to change everything. Again, you wouldn't want to have a soup with giant pieces. Again, we'll just use onion again because you want them to be able to like blend and fit on your soup spoon, right? Like that's going to make the experience of eating the food even better. And it's just by doing that, like one step. And here's the thing, like the more you practice it, the better you're going to get at it.
Correct.
Save yourself some time. Like prep is going to be easier, and you probably won't notice it up front, but hey, you'll appreciate it over the long term. So I definitely say like going to culinary school, it's like one of the first things they teach you, and it might not seem immediately apparent, but like it really, really does make the difference. So
Correct.
Knife skills, that's your term.
Knife skills 101. Wow, way to go, Sean. That's like a big one. I was just expecting like
You
put your knife away or clean your fucking forks or some shit.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
like-
yeah. I mean, cool. I mean, if that's what if it's gonna be that, then sure, yeah. Clean as you go. That's my other tip.
I was just like,
But-
damn, we dropping like the big knowledge right off the bat.
Yeah. Come
Damn,
on, man.
okay.
We gotta get people ready. I'm sure there's a whole new class of stay-at-home cooks because of COVID-19. So
Correct.
Got it. Take your time, get your cuts right, and make some delicious food.
Awesome. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as I say already, and I forgot to mention at the beginning, we are live. Sean and I do this on a computer. We both can see each other, our beautiful faces. If you would like to have that experience, also, you can check all our episodes at Chef Salty Pork Podcast on YouTube. You can hit up Sean on Twitter at MetroCardX at any time of the day, any night. He will reply back to you, I promise. Or any concerns. Any concerns or any replies. If you want to learn something, if you have any questions for us, you feel good about the subject that we're talking about, if you have a subject that you want to cover, any food related issues, any tech related issues, we would love to be a part of that conversation with you. Hit us up on an email, AskChefSalty@gmail.com. But that is it. This is the official 2021 podcast. 3 years running. We are at 11,000 plays. Help us to get up to, I don't know, what the hell is Joe Rogan at? Like 1 billion? We'll surpass that guy. It's cool.
Sure.
No, just
Spotify
kidding.
is going to be cutting us the big checks.
I would also just like for you, if you guys don't mind, to do subscribe to us on YouTube to help us to get to 100 so we can actually get our name out on there. Other than that, though, from Sean and myself,
Peace out, internet.